Hey guys, what's up? So I am back with a new lesson, and in this lesson I'll be teaching you how to write a dialogue. This is presented by me, Rishav Rivude. So this is a bit about me. You can read it here. Okay, so let's begin. So these are the two examples that I have written to acquaint you on how a dialogue is written. Okay, basically how a dialogue is written. So I will urge you to be very attentive and read the first example of Bimala and Kamala, the dialogue between them, and the second example between John and Naomi. Okay, note down the characterization, the sentence structure, okay, the theme, the inherent theme, and also the mood of the dialogue. Okay, so this will be very helpful when we proceed to the further lessons, when I tell you the different characteristics and the tips to write a dialogue. Okay, so first pay attention and read this properly and note it down somewhere in your notebook. Did you read this? So let's move on to the next example. Pause the slide and read it. So did you guys read it? So let's move ahead. So the basic question here is, what is a dialogue, right? So dialogue is a conversation between two people or more than two people. Is that clear? So now, verbal conversations are often the trickiest parts of creative writing. You should remember this. Okay, it is the trickiest part. Okay, building a relevant dialogue within the context of story requires more effort than having a natural conversation like you have with your best friend or your parents. Okay, you cannot have the same conversation. Okay, you have to balance the creative and the scientific, as I have said in my previous lessons. Okay, normal exchanges are too monotonous. It goes like this. Okay, plain. Okay, so this should not be the case. It should be always like this. Okay, it should fall, it should rise, it should leave, just like your heartbeat. Okay, the purpose of the dialogue is not to create a direct quotation. Please remember this. It is not to create a direct quotation. You have to keep it compact and convey relevant info at the same time. So you have seen in this case. Okay, see, you have understood that this is John, okay, and this is Naomi, and that you can infer properly that they share a relationship. Naomi either must be his sister or his wife. Okay, we do not know this, but we know that they share an intimate relationship. Okay, and we know that Joseph is someone closely related to Naomi. Okay, is this clear? And we also know that Naomi cares for John. Okay, so these are the information. Okay, so your dialogue should always reveal some information. Okay, so what does a dialogue do? It sets the scene, it advances the action. Okay, it provides an insight into the character's mind, your characters. Okay, and shadow the creator's mind, here the creator being you. Okay, so it will shadow your mind and provide an insight into the character's mind. Okay, always fragment your minds into parts while writing a dialogue. So this is basically what I do. See, this is your brain. Okay, so this is your brain. So it is divided into several parts already. So you do not have to pay attention to that. What do you do is that you divide yourself between your characters. Okay, you assume the role of both John and Naomi. Okay, see, every human is an amalgamation of various traits, right? You are good, you are bad. Okay, sometimes you are moody. Okay, sometimes you are quiet, sometimes you are loquacious or talkative. Okay, loquacious means talkative. Okay, so keep this in mind while writing a dialogue. Please fragment your mind. Okay, assume both the roles, assign your traits to your characters. Okay, only then you will make it real. Okay, you have to make your dialogue real. Okay, your characters should speak through you. Okay, this is self-explanatory. Assume something called role playing. Okay, assume the role of both John and Naomi. Is that clear? So do not keep the speech of a particular character for too long. Okay, see here the sentences are short and they have a breaks in between, they have pauses. Okay, so this is how you should write a dialogue. Do not keep it extra long, like don't keep it like one paragraph. Okay, it makes it very monotonous. Keep it rapid, keep the dialogue flowing. Okay, use suitable pauses, breaks and punctuation to keep it interesting. Okay, like here we have used a pause. Okay, here she exercises the right not to speak, so this is also a type of silence, right? So you have to consider these things while writing a dialogue. Okay, help your readers deduce, like in the case of John and Naomi. Okay, we deduced the relationship, we deduced the relationship with Joseph. Okay, we deduced the relationship between them. Okay, so help your readers deduce. Okay, always use a conflict to create a ripple of interest. So a ripple is something which happens in the water when you throw a stone. Okay, it gets disturbed. Okay, so here we see that there is a conflict between Bimala and Kamala, okay, over Thursday. Okay, so Bimala is religious, and Kamala does not believe in it. Okay, she does not believe in it. So there is a hint of a conflict. Okay, so now when we progress, when we write this dialogue further, it will be flowing smoothly. Okay, why? Because the use of arguments enhances your dialogue. Okay, it keeps it realistic. Okay, always use notes to convey the situation like an omnipresent narrator. Okay, so what is an omnipresent narrator? So what is an omnipresent thing, guys? Omnipresent is God. Okay, he's omnipresent, he's present everywhere. Okay, so basically the narrator has to act like an omnipresent being. Okay, he has to be present everywhere, he should know everything. Okay, he should be both omnipresent and omnipotent, he should know everything. Okay, you can also include an interior monologue. So guys, do you know what is an interior monologue? Okay, so it is a form of thought of a character that is heard by the audience but not by the other characters. Okay, so the character will wonder, he will do something called wondering. Okay, and he will think, and the audience only will understand it. This is also used extensively in drama. Okay, like Macbeth. Please read Macbeth, guys, it is a wonderful text. I think every one of you should read it. So Macbeth contains a lot of interior monologues. Okay, your dialogue should have a purpose and it should drive the story forward, put it forward. Okay, it should not stagnate, it should not be stagnant in one place. Okay, it should move forward. Watch your dialogue tags. Okay, so what is a dialogue tag, guys? So this is a dialogue tag. Okay, asked John. Okay, he asked again. So these are dialogue tags. Okay, you have to use these dialogue tags, but use it with caution. Okay, so avoid tags like exclaimed, excitedly sighed, okay, interjected, screeched. Okay, it makes it amateurish. Okay, childish. Okay, like a beginner. Okay, now you may ask me that since you are beginning, why not use this? Okay, but you should always learn what is the at the topmost. Okay, what is at the zenith. Okay, zenith means the topmost. Okay, so you should learn what is at the zenith, you should learn the best of things. Okay, so vary the length of sentences. Okay, so one sentence should be this, one sentence should be this, one sentence should be short, again one long, then one medium. So keep it like this. Okay, vary the accent. Okay, so the John can be speaking in British accent, Naomi can speak in American accent or Irish accent. Okay, so vary the accent. Okay, it will make it interesting, it will make it lively. Okay, and use vocabulary cautiously. Like if you are writing a dialogue between a child and his grandfather, okay, so you cannot use the vocabulary that you use for the child for the grandfather. Okay, and the child cannot use such great and hi-fi words that the grandfather may use from his experience. Okay, avoid the overuse of er, and o. Okay, don't use this, it makes it cliched and boring. Okay, make judicious use of silence, like we have seen the use of pause, repartee. So what is a repartee, guys? Repartee is basically a quick exchange of words. Okay, and satire. So everybody knows what is a satire. So let's move ahead. So guys, do you have you attended my previous lesson on short story? I am sure most of you will have the problem of characterization. So what you can do to overcome this? Okay, maintain the pace and the flow. Okay, but vary the style. Okay, it will make it good. It will make the characterization perfect. So conjure up newer scenes. It will give you more ideas. Okay, it will give you more ideas to write on newer topics. Allow thorough comprehension for your readers. This is very important and fundamental point for everything you do. Okay, for all your creative purpose. If nobody understands it, okay, then it is of no use. Okay, change paragraphs when a new speaker is speaking up. Okay, so this is self-explanatory to make it clear to the audience. Okay, it brings clarity. Okay, it segregates your text. Okay, so that is systematic. Okay, pay thorough attention to punctuation everywhere. Now see, your punctuation should be included within your quotes. Okay, do not include it outside. Okay, so you can use punctuations like the m dash. This is called the m dash. Okay, this is called the ellipsis. Okay, this is called the ellipsis for continuity. If you want me to make a lesson on punctuations, I can make that for you. So here are a few tips that you should know while writing a dialogue. Okay, get rid of the chit chat and the social niceties like hello, hi, how are you, good morning. Okay, these are not used nowadays. Okay, these are out of fashion now. Keep it real, not realistic. Please search the difference in the internet between real and realistic and tell me in the comment section. Okay, do not use slangs. Okay, but you can use slangs if you're writing something realistic on the realism fashion. Okay, so but please avoid this mistakes in spelling. This is non-negotiable. Okay, you can ignore the grammar. Okay, for a particular speaker, like for John, you can ignore it, but do not ignore it for Naomi. Okay, it will make it more interesting, it will make it more lively. Okay, do not end your dialogue in the last line. This is something that I do. Okay, this is something completely personal. I'm just giving you a tip. Okay, I let the dialogue be continuous. Okay, I give it a sense of continuity even after the last line. Okay, so this is a form of dialogue writing which you'll be learning more. Okay, so use quotations as I have said earlier. See, the US systems uses double quotes. Okay, and the UK system uses single quotes. Okay, please know this. And please use quotations, and punctuations must be placed within quotations as we have discussed earlier. Okay, maintain a notebook always. If you find newer conversations, newer dialogues, okay, you should note them down. Eavesdrop. Okay, eavesdrop meaning you have to secretly hear what other people are talking about, how people talk. Okay, you have to observe it. Yeah, unless you observe, you cannot write creatively. Okay, practice speech patterns foreign to your habits. Okay, of a grandfather, okay, of a small toddler, okay, of a woman, okay, who is married, or someone like that. Okay, when you are struggling, okay, when you are struggling with something, start a new scene. Okay, start afresh. You know that always you can come back to your scenes later. Fine. So did you guys like the lesson? So rate, review and share this as much as possible. Thank you so much.